Welcome back, everybody, to the Pathway to Leadership Deep Dive. And today we're going to be looking at John Gagnon and his advice for success.
Yeah, John Gagnon, he's got some really great stuff. And we're going to be looking at his YouTube channel, Pathway to Leadership.
Pathway to Leadership. Yeah, it's a great channel.
Yeah, and we're going to be looking at all kinds of materials related to that, too.
And today's deep dive is all about how to achieve success.
How to get to the top.
Exactly how to get there and how to avoid some of the common pitfalls on the road to success.
And it's not always what you think.
Definitely not.
There's a lot more to it than just hard work.
Right. In his video, Avoid This Mistake and Succeed, he really emphasizes that success is not just about achievements.
He really emphasizes learning from those failures.
Yeah, it's about the failures, too.
Those are just as important.
He says that success isn't just about what you achieve. It's about how you handle the failures that come along the way.
That's so true, because I think a lot of people, they get so caught up in like the wins and the successes that they forget to actually learn from the times when they didn't do so well.
He has this really interesting way of looking at it. He says that we are the total sum of both our achievements and our failures.
I like that, the total sum.
The total sum. And he kind of compares it to like a recipe.
Oh, yeah.
You know how like you need all the different ingredients, not just the sugar,
right,
to make it taste right.
You need the salt, you need the spices.
Exactly. And it's same with success.
I love that analogy because it really highlights how, you can't just focus on the good stuff.
Yeah.
You got to embrace the whole journey.
They're going to embrace it all.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
The ups, the downs, the failures, the wins, it's all part of it.
And speaking of, embracing the whole journey, John has a really strong message about chasing someone else's version of success.
Yes.
Trying to fit into someone else's mold can be a recipe for disaster. And have you ever felt that pressure, like you got to conform to a certain definition of success?
Oh, gosh, all the time. Especially, I feel like with social media these days, it's so easy to get caught up in comparing ourselves to other people.
It is, and you see everyone's highlight reels,
Exactly. It's like everyone is living this perfect life, and you start to feel like you're not doing enough.
Right, and Gagnon argues that everyone's journey is unique.
Absolutely.
That's what makes it special.
Yeah, we all have different strengths, we all have different experiences, and we've all got different goals.
And that's where self-awareness comes in,
Yes.
Understanding your own values and what you're passionate about, what you're good at, is crucial.
Yeah, because if you're trying to be someone you're not, it's never going to work out.
Yeah, you're setting yourself up for failure.
And this reminds me of something that Gagnon talks about in this Fast Pass segment of his video.
Oh, yeah. What is that?
He talks about fear and how fear can be a major roadblock on the path to leadership.
Fear, that's a big one.
It is a big one. And, it's interesting because he doesn't shy away from the reality of fear.
No, he doesn't.
He acknowledges that it's a natural human emotion.
Yeah.
We all experience fear.
We all feel it.
But he also provides some practical tools for overcoming it.
He's great at that, giving you those actionable tips.
Exactly. He doesn't just tell you to not be afraid.
Right, because that's not helpful.
It's not helpful at all.
You can't just switch it up.
And it's great because he even admits to his own fears,
He does, yeah.
He's like, I get scared too.
He's human just like us.
Exactly. And he shares how he's learned to manage those fears.
And that makes him so relatable.
Yeah, it makes it feel like, okay, if he can overcome his fears, then maybe I can too.
Right, because he's been there.
He's been there. He gets it.
Exactly. And one of the fears he talks about specifically is the fear of making mistakes.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that a lot of people can relate to.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I know I can.
It's that fear of failure,
That fear of messing up.
Of not being perfect.
But John Gagnon has a different perspective on mistakes.
He does.
Instead of viewing them as failures, he encourages us to see them as opportunities for growth and learning.
I love that reframe.
So to our listener out there, what are some fears that are holding you back?
Yeah, what are those fears?
And how can you reframe those fears as opportunities for growth?
Just like John Gagnon suggests.
Take a moment to think about that.
Really think about it.
Now, another piece of advice from Gagnon that really resonated with me was his message about comparing ourselves to others.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one, especially in today's world where we're constantly bombarded with images of other people's successes.
Social media is a big culprit.
It is. It's like everyone's highlight reel is on display 24/7.
But it's easy to fall into that trap of comparing ourselves to others and feeling like we're not good enough.
Exactly. And that's where John's message about focusing on our own journey becomes so important.
Our own path.
Our own path. Instead of getting caught up in comparing ourselves to others, he encourages us to focus on our own progress.
No matter how small those steps may seem.
It's about celebrating those small wins
Those little victories.
and using them as fuel to keep moving forward.
Because every step counts, every achievement, no matter how small it is, it contributes to our overall growth and progress.
And if you're feeling lost or unsure of your path, I highly recommend checking out John's YouTube channel, Pathway to Leadership.
It's a great resource.
He breaks down these complex concepts in a really relatable way and offers practical tips for overcoming fear, building confidence, and achieving your goals.
And you know what? His advice can even help you make more money.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Who doesn't want that?
So check it out, Pathway to Leadership on YouTube.
Okay, so getting back to our deep dive, John also has this fantastic piece of advice about taking ownership of our journey.
Oh yeah, I love this one.
He says, and I quote, "Stop thinking the world owes you something."
I chuckled when I first heard him say that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
But it's so true.
It is.
It's easy to fall into that trap of thinking that things should just be handed to us.
Right, like we're entitled to success.
Yeah, but John reminds us that success is something we create.
Through our own actions and choices.
Through our hard work and dedication.
It's about taking responsibility for our own lives.
What do you think about this from your perspective?
I think it's a crucial message for anyone who wants to achieve lasting success.
Yeah.
It's not about waiting for someone else to hand us our dreams on a silver platter.
No.
It's about being proactive, taking initiative, and creating the life we want.
Being an entrepreneur.
Yes, exactly.
And that ties into his concept of becoming a student of your own success.
I like that phrase.
By evaluating both our achievements and failures.
That's key.
We gain valuable insights that inform our future decisions and actions.
We learn from our experiences, both good and bad.
Exactly. We learn what works and what doesn't work.
And we use that knowledge to improve.
So before we move on to the next section of John's video, let's take a moment to recap what we've covered so far.
Okay, sounds good.
We've talked about the importance of embracing both our successes and our failures, defining our own version of success, overcoming fear, and taking ownership of our journey.
Lots of good stuff.
Are you ready to keep exploring?
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what else John has to share.
Okay, let's dive back in.
It's funny how we think of success. You think of those external markers of success.
Like what?
Like fancy titles or big paychecks.
The big house, the car.
Yeah, and Gagnon challenges us to really think about what success actually means.
I think it's easy to get caught up in those things,
It is.
especially in today's society where we're so focused on appearances.
It's all about keeping up with the Joneses.
Exactly, and we forget to ask ourselves if those things actually align with our values.
Right, do they actually bring us fulfillment?
Gagan encourages us to define success on our own terms.
Find what truly matters to you.
Yeah, he argues that true success is about finding alignment between our goals and our values.
It's about making a meaningful contribution.
Yeah, living with purpose using our unique talents.
To make a positive impact.
Exactly, and it's about feeling fulfilled and passionate about the work we do.
Not just chasing external validation.
And that brings us back to the importance of self-awareness.
Knowing yourself.
Knowing yourself. John believes that understanding our strengths, passions, and motivations is key to defining what success truly means for us.
What stands out to you about this concept?
I think what's so fascinating is that Gagnon doesn't offer like a prescriptive formula for success.
Right, there's no one-size-fits-all approach.
He recognizes that everyone's path is unique.
We're all individuals.
And he encourages us to explore our own values and aspirations.
To create a personalized definition of success.
I love that he emphasizes the importance of individuality.
Because we all have something special to offer.
We do. We all have unique talents, skills, and experiences that shape our journey.
And it's not about comparing ourselves to others or trying to fit into a predefined mold.
No, it's about embracing our individuality.
And creating a path that feels authentic and fulfilling to us.
This reminds me of something Gagnon wrote in the dedication of his book, Pathway to Leadership.
Oh yeah, what did he say?
He talks about the great talent that lies within each of us.
Oh, wow.
It's like he's encouraging everyone to tap into their potential.
Unleash your inner greatness.
Yeah, and create a version of success that aligns with their unique gifts.
Have you ever thought about your own great talent, what makes you unique, and how you can leverage that to achieve your goals?
That's such a powerful question.
It is.
I think it's something we should all reflect on.
Take some time for introspection.
John's message is all about empowering individuals to believe in themselves.
And to create a vision of success that feels both achievable and meaningful.
And if anyone is feeling lost or uninspired, I highly recommend checking out John Gagnon's YouTube channel, Pathway, the #2 Leadership.
Oh, yes, definitely.
It's full of practical advice and motivational content that can help you unlock your full potential.
And it can help you make more money.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
who doesn't want that?
So check it out. Pathway, the #2 Leadership on YouTube.
Oh, okay, so getting back to John's video,
Yes.
there's this part where he suggests a really practical exercise.
Oh, yeah, I love this one.
For anyone on this journey of self-discovery and leadership development,
What is it?
he suggests taking a few minutes each day to reflect on our progress
Oh, that's a good one.
and ask ourselves a simple yet powerful question. Was I successful today?
Wow, that's so simple, but so powerful.
It is, because it forces us to pause and evaluate our actions
More choices.
and see if we're moving in the right direction.
Living in alignment with our goals and values.
And John doesn't stop there. He suggests that no matter what the answer is,
Okay.
the next question should always be, what will I do to be successful tomorrow?
Oh, I love that.
It's about cultivating a mindset of continuous improvement,
Striving to be better each day.
progress over perfection.
That's it.
It's not about being flawless
Right.
or achieving everything overnight.
It's about making consistent effort.
Learning from our experiences and constantly seeking ways to grow,
It's about creating a positive feedback loop
where we celebrate our wins no matter how small.
and use them as motivation to keep striving for more.
This approach really resonated with me. It's about those small daily wins
They build momentum.
and create lasting change.
What do you think about this approach? Have you ever incorporated something similar into your own routine?
You know, I have.
You have.
I've actually started doing something similar where I take a few minutes each day to just reflect on what I've accomplished.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you know what? It really makes a difference.
It does.
It helps me stay focused and motivated.
Yeah, because it's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day and lose sight of the bigger picture.
It is.
But when you take the time to acknowledge your progress,
And celebrate those small wins.
it can really boost your morale and keep you moving forward.
Well, it's like a little pep talk to yourself.
Exactly.
And you know, it doesn't have to be anything fancy.
No, just a few minutes of reflection.
It can make a world of difference.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're doing that.
I am too.
That sounds like John Goggin is onto something with this approach.
He is. He's a wise man.
So to our listeners out there, I encourage you to give it a try
Take some time each day to reflect on your successes.
and set your intentions for the following day.
It might just change your life.
Okay, so moving on.
Yeah, it's like he's saying those small daily successes, you know, they're like the building blocks
The foundation.
for something much bigger. And they're not just like check marks on a to-do list.
Right.
They're stepping stones, you know, on the path to achieving our goals and living a fulfilling life.
I love that analogy.
Yeah, and you know what I find really interesting is that shift in perspective.
What do you mean?
Instead of focusing on what we haven't achieved yet,
Okay.
we start to appreciate the progress we're making each day.
I see what you're saying.
It's a more positive and empowering way to approach our goals.
It's like shifting from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance.
Yeah.
Instead of feeling like we're constantly falling short, we start to see all the amazing things we're accomplishing.
And that can be so motivating.
It really can. And this brings us back to that key takeaway from John Gagnon, defining our own definition of success,
It's not about comparing ourselves to others.
or striving for some external measure of achievement.
It's about creating a vision of success that aligns with our values.
Our passions, our unique purpose,
It's about feeling fulfilled and excited about the journey.
not chasing some arbitrary destination.
And John reminds us that we all have unique talents and skills and experiences to offer the world.
We really do.
It's about embracing those things and using them to make a positive impact.
So to our listener out there, what does success mean to you?
What are those core values and aspirations that drive you?
Take a moment to reflect on that and start creating a vision of success that feels truly authentic and fulfilling to you.
And if you're looking for inspiration or guidance on your journey, I highly recommend checking out John Gagnon's YouTube channel, Pathway, the #2 Leadership.
It's a fantastic resource.
It's full of free resources and practical advice that can help you unlock your potential, achieve your goals, and yes, even make more money.
He's got it all.
He really does, and he breaks down these complex concepts into bite-sized pieces.
Easy to understand.
Easy to apply, and his enthusiasm is contagious.
You can't help but feel inspired after watching one of his videos
He has a real gift for connecting with people.
and empowering them to believe in themselves.
Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into the wisdom of John Gagnon.
What a journey.
It's been fascinating exploring success, leadership, and personal growth. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling inspired and ready to take action.
Me too. John Gagnon's message is a powerful reminder that we all have the potential to achieve great things.
When we embrace our unique journey, define success on our own terms, and strive for continuous growth.
And remember, success is not a destination. It's a journey.
It's about making those small, consistent efforts each day, learning from our experiences, and never giving up on our dreams.
Thank you for joining us on the Pathway to Leadership Deep Dive. We hope you found this deep dive insightful and empowering. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep leading.